Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. We've come to the end of the week. This is 20th of September 2019. So we'll start our analysis by first looking at the chart on our screen. And before I begin, I want to say that the offer which is there about swap, if you are trading gold and other metals, you can now trade without swap, without being charged the commission for holding trades overnight. So that means that if you're that person who's trading gold and your trades always overlap after the next day, you now can trade without being charged anything. So we start off, this is GBP USD. USD, we start from the daily. The price is already hit. We expected a buy from this point here, this is the zone which you've colored. We wanted price to move from this point up to this resistance. So far, this is what has happened. The price has been able to do successfully that. We continued up and even hit. We are some pips around this level here. So if you look at this set, you better be holding on to that buy position. We have not hit it correctly, but price needs to come back to it before we can start seeing oversell. On the forwards, the same thing. We are around the same place. So if price gets to this level, we'll of course look for a sell, and we want that sell to take us back up to this level, which is this 1.2363 to 1.2296. The next chart, Euro USD. Euro USD, we expected a sell, but as you can see, the price is not any closer to being a sell. Instead, the price is still consolidating around some level here. So this is still the correct place to look for a sell from. We actually are still waiting for a sell from here, 1.1073. We are waiting for, as long as the price remains below this zone here, we'll be looking for a sell up to this level, this point here. I can't recommend a buy on this one. I'm still holding on to sell because the monthly chart is a sell. I expect the daily to be also a sell, despite the fact there are movements which you are currently seeing. So this some consolidate means we are finding it hard to go beyond this level. If price cannot break above this level clearly, 1.1073, then we'll only have to wait for retracement, a bounce from this level, so that we can sell it up to this level 1.0926 here. On the 1 hour, there is nothing significant. The same place is still holding, but then I can see we are having this a very good trend line. What this simply means is we may likely see a sell around this level. This is the first resistance, the next resistance, and then you also had this as a resistance, and then you also had this as a resistance. So should price come back to this level here, that will be a very good place to sell from. If I delete this, you can literally see that we have been holding. This place has been holding as a resistance since 16th of September. Resistance, resistance, a resistance, and even today there's something that looks like a pin by the current candle. So that means if by the end of the day the price does not clearly close above that level, that will mean you're looking for a sell. It will be a very good place to look for a sell from. We move forward to our next symbol, USDJPY, and this is how this looks. We have this level here of that, and then I had an indicator which I installed here yesterday, this one. So as you can see now, the price basically went above. The price closed above, closed below the indicator itself by this candle here, the big candle, which was this one, pushed price up to below the indicator. What this means is we've now reversed the lower side, and the best you should be doing is actually to look for a sell. Look for a sell. The first take profit should be there, and then the next take profit should be there. These are the only places. Look for a sell up to this point, something like this, we expect a move down and then a retracement and then a continuation even further downwards and then a retracement before we continue selling it up to the next level. So the best basically is to sell it there. You may also wait for price to go below that level and also sell it there. So we'll move forward, move to the next symbol, use SP500. We start off with Brent instead. Brent, we expected a buy from yesterday. This was a support here. This level was used as a resistance previously. Price gapped above it. Then we mentioned that if price can retrace back up to this level, that will be a very good support. The previous day scan actually supported that view. Instead of price continuing downwards, it actually bounced off from 62.58. This means that we are still expecting a move to the upper side, something like this. The best you should be doing is to wait for a buy. When price comes back the second time, look for a buy. If it gets back again, keep looking for buy position. So anytime the price comes back to that level, 62.58, we'll be looking for a buy. Anytime the price comes back to it, we'll be looking for a buy. So we'll move forward to SP500. Sorry. SP500. This is SP500. On this chart, daily, for hours, we have this. We actually have two zones. We have the first one on top, and then we have this one at the bottom. We expected price to come back up to the lower zone so that we can buy it from that point. Instead, that did not happen. The price has not done that. So what we expect now to happen is for price to proceed to the upper side up to this resistance, 30.23.6. We expect price to proceed upwards up to this level here so that we are able to sell it from that point. And in case price breaks above like this, we'll wait for a simple retracement, then we continue buying it even higher, which means we have a trade which is a buy coming in the near future, but only when the price goes below this level. Another thing is when price comes back to this zone here, that will be a good place to look for a buy from. So we'll move forward. We move to our next chart, and that should be gold. Before we go to gold, I want to mention that if you understand the concept of swap means if you're that person who holds trade overnight, if your trades run for more than a day, then you might have seen that there's some commission which are charged for holding trades overnight, and you'll always find it here. Just a second. You'll always find it. Just a second. Let me see. Assuming you buy that, this option is always a swap. You'll find something like this. You'll find some commission. It may be positive, sometimes it's negative, but then if now you're trading gold or other metals, this swap will not be there. There's no swap, but if you have an ECN account, then there will be some commission here, which is always very less. So we move forward to the last symbol, which is gold. Gold is here, and on gold we still have our levels perfectly as we drew them yesterday. We had this here as a good support zone, the entire place. So I'm not changing anything. I still expect price to proceed upwards, but should not go above this level here, 1526.13. If price comes back to this level, that will be a good sell place, and in case it goes down and even goes below 1486.07, and that would mean we are looking for a sell from that point up to 1404.22. So guys, thank you everybody. Before we close this chapter, I want to say that you still have the chance to trade swap free. You'll not be charged anything for holding trades overnight. So this offer started on 11th of September and is still ongoing until now. So thank you very much. See you again on Monday at the same time.